I am the kind of person who can be considered strange. I do not have a mental condition. I do not have a developmental delay. I am emotionally stable, and I am definitely not the chosen one. There is nothing wrong with me, and yet I am different. I am a Caucasian, heterosexual, middle-class male, and I reap all the privileges that come with it. Societally, emotionally, and financially, I am fairly well off. I've even been told that I am not hard to look at either. And yet I feel I am looked down upon. Do people negatively judge my actions, my behavior, or am I just imagining it? Is the social awkwardness I experience unique to me, or is it just the same old self-consciousness that every teenager feels? Should I even be complaining? Or is playing up my feelings with such drama disrespectful to those who suffer true emotional distress? Today, I'll be answering these questions to the best of my ability. I'm going to find out what it means to be in the gray area of social normalcy. I'm about to show you the funny side of normal. The social structure of a typical high school is similar to a natural ecosystem. There are predators and prey, niches and territories, natural enemies and symbiotes. Schoolwork and grades provide an environmental hazard which all students must overcome. The more quickly you can adapt to the local culture, the better your chances of becoming well-liked by your peers. It's no different than natural selection. Okay, so maybe the stakes aren't quite as high as they were in the wild, especially not in a place as diverse and politically correct as Northern, and I can thank my lucky stars for that. I wouldn't exactly consider myself a smooth operator. I'm quiet, I have occasional compulsive tics, I can be rather clumsy, and I make no attempt to conform to the mannerisms and culture of my peers. This failure to conform is especially true in regards to slang, as should be obvious from the fact that I just used the phrases "thank my lucky stars" and "smooth operator" unironically. If you said hi to me in the hall, I'd have no idea what to say. My responses usually range from a brief, awkward, "oh, hey," to a bewildered, "huh?" I never hang out with anyone. I just follow the routine of home, school, library, home. The days blurring together into a dull and rather dreary rut. And apparently, I'm not the only one who feels this way.
I just didn't really get myself invested in the school. I kind of came to school, did my classes, and then I went home pretty much.
However, this is actually a fairly recent development for me. Things weren't always like this. Back in my old school, Willowwood, I was having the time of my life. I was fairly popular, had good friends, good teachers. It was a fun time all around. I was just as socially awkward then as I am now, if not more so. But Willowwood was an alternative school specifically designed to cater to that demographic. Case in point, Austin Smith, an old friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm kind of socially awkward. It's not so bad around guys and friends I know, but with girls it's just like bomb, and I shouldn't think it's so difficult. I mean, they're like guys, except that they maybe have a Y chromosome or whatever.
You felt awkward at Willowwood at first, I'd imagine. Have things gotten better over time?
Oh, much better. I have plenty of friends. It's overall been a great experience. I had lots of great times. Yeah.
This might be nostalgia talking, but I think my time at Willowwood School made a huge impact on who I am today. Being able to learn and grow in a controlled social environment is what allowed me to develop into the fairly well-adjusted individual I am today. If it wasn't for that school, I'd probably still be a cripplingly shy loner. A weirdo who constantly puts his foot in his mouth.
If I have a conversation with a person, I'll go back and I'll be thinking of every possible thing I could have said that didn't, and that why that person will now dislike me. So
that's exactly the experience I have all the time.
yes.
I'm the kind of person who can be considered strange. But is strange really such a bad thing? I may have more eccentricities than most people, but those are what give me the intelligence and creativity that I pride myself on. I'd much rather be my quirky self than a typical boring normal kid. I'd even say these quirks are the line between wanting to create stuff in this world and simply consuming it like a mindless zombie. Still, I have a ways to go. Whenever I blankly glance around the hallway and see a person glance back, I worry that they may be thinking, "Who's that weird kid?" Even when people compliment me, I wonder if their words are genuine or if they're laughing at me behind my back. Whatever the case, I know my future will be bright. There are people out there who understand me, and who will be there for me even in the bleakest of adversity. And hell, it's not like I'm in dire straits anyway. There are people all over the world who are suffering under trials I can't even imagine. Compared to them, my life has been a total cakewalk. So get out there, create something of value, change the world. You have it in you. Everyone does. When all's said and done, life is pretty sweet on the funny side of normal.
So, Dapple, do you have anything to say about my academic success, or, in terms of social graces? Because I know you're not always the most social person or dog around. Anything to say at all? Nothing?